We're going to be waiting a couple minutes to make sure some people show up before we do the draw for the next one's women's edition.
We got 14 viewers on Facebook Live right now. Well, yeah, they saw these faces.
Surprised it didn't break. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tim, that's Sean, and we are here for the next one's women's edition. We will be doing the draw in about 30 seconds.
And hopefully Tim doesn't talk like that the entire broadcast because it's very monotone and it might put some people to sleep.
I only have a cup of whiskey so far.
Oh, okay. I'm going to put the egg cartons behind us so they can blow off right before we do it.
Perfect.
Tim is not looking down at anything that's not gambling
I'm
related.
just checking my notes. What lady are we missing? Emily Montgomery. Right.
Yeah.
Emily, where are you?
Emily, if you could show up for this draw, that'd be wonderful. Someone doesn't need any practice, that's for sure. Oh, there's a nice little wind gust. Something fell. All right. Wonderful. What time is it? We're about ready? We can do it,
Yeah,
right?
let's get this started.
All right. Welcome to the Indie Dart Streaming The Next One series. This is Tim, this gorgeous guy right here.
Hello.
I'm Sean. I'm not as bald as I look. I have a little stubble there. I'm also skinnier than I look, too. This camera adds about 50, 60 pounds. But we are going to go ahead and do the draw for the ladies' edition. So what we're going to do is we're going to randomly draw. We have 4 ping pongs in here with the ladies' names on them. Tim's going to draw out the balls so that I don't get in trouble for my wife.
And the order we will be doing will be 1, 3, 2, 4.
So up first,
here we go.
We have
Maritza on number 1.
Maritza. So not playing against Maritza at the 3 spot is...
This will be match 2, spot 3. Megan.
Megan. So let's draw the 2 spot here to see who Maritza is going to be playing.
Maritza will be playing Mary Beth.
Mary Beth will play against Maritza. And then that leaves, you can draw it out if you want.
That will be
Emily Montgomery
Montgomery
will be taking on Megan in the second match. So match number 1 will be Maritza versus Mary Beth. Match number 2, Megan versus Emily. And we will come back here in about 10, 15 minutes or so. We're going to leave it live, but we're going to click ourselves off the screen and
you don't want
probably
to
put the microphones down for a bit, and we'll be back shortly.
Thanks for watching.
Yep.
Hey, make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, like, share, subscribe.
Yep, we're up to 25 viewers. Let's those are rookie numbers. Let's bump those numbers up by the time we get started here.
That's what I like to hear.
We'll be back. Check, check, check.
I hear you.
All right, and I hear you.
All right, all right.
Welcome again if you're just joining us to the Indie Darts streaming the next one's tournament. We have 4 wonderful women throwing today in our ladies edition. I am Sean Green. I'm joined by my colleague, Tim Neal. Tim, how's it going?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Tim whispers a little bit on the mic. It's interesting. We're going to go with it, though. I hope he's okay with me just
Can you hear me
talking a lot.
Would you like me to talk louder?
No, that's
That's
perfect.
as loud as I can get.
Oh, well, perfect. He must be a quiet person. He is sans mustache. If you didn't see the beforehand, I liked the mustache. I thought he was going to keep it for a while. I was hoping to be able to call you Mustache this whole time.
El Pepe is gone.
So we are here. We have an update for you. It looks like the first match of Mary Beth versus Maritza will be starting here pretty soon. Mary Beth did win the piddle, so she will start it off. The format for today, in the first round, it is best of 7 or race to 4. We are playing 3 games of 501, followed by 2 games of cricket, and then 2 games of 501, and all of that is double out, except for the cricket, obviously. And we will have some fun today.
That'd be a challenge, wouldn't it?
That would be double out in cricket. You have to hit the double ball.
You have to hit the double ball to win the match.
So it looks like it's going to be a fun time today. Thank you guys all for joining us, those that are on YouTube and on Facebook Live. I'm going to pull up Facebook Live on my phone so I can see if you guys have comments or anything, questions, concerns, opinions. Keep those to yourself. No, I'm kidding. Please ask. And we are excited to bring this for you today. How about now? Can you guys hear me now?
Can you hear me?
I just brought it up, so
You just brought me up.
I brought up everyone.
That was at the main volume? I thought that was just for me.
I like how they're all freaking out about no sound or sound. It's there now. We just weren't going live yet. They will start at approximately 4:30, so in about 6 minutes they will get going. And we're going to have some great action. Just a little bit about all 4 players. First of all, we have Mary Beth from Fort Wayne. She is not on camera right this second. Oh, there she is. Oh, you can see her face a little bit. Oh, look at that smile. Tim, apparently you sound really muffled. That's just because it's Tim.
Am I muffled now? Too close, too far. Hey.
Yeah, if you hold a little bit further, I can turn it up a little bit more so you...
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Test,
that's perfect.
Test.
This is why I wear a headset. I know it's...
Well, the plan was for me to wear a headset also, but my mod mic is not working.
Oh,
So.
well, sorry about that.
Hence, I'm using the handheld, but
Plus
my headset's banging.
I'm so lazy that, like, holding up a microphone would take too much out of me. I wouldn't know what to do with that.
I did all kinds of research to find out the best setup to get, and then, like, these Sennheiser 770 Pro headset with the mod mic is supposed to work, but for some reason the headset wouldn't work in the mixer. So, hence I got the handheld.
Well, sorry about that.
It was my fault.
Well,
I guess I didn't do the right research.
so we have Mary Beth Collins from Fort Wayne. She has been playing darts for quite a while. Anyone around the area in the Midwest, approximately 25 years, I think is what that means. Anyone around the Midwest knows Mary Beth. She dominates a lot of ladies' events. Any of the bull shooters in the area, those regionals, any lady that has had to face Mary Beth versus any of her partners that she's had. Most recently, my wife Megan, who is also playing today. But they basically run the table in all those events, which is fun to watch. So I'm excited to see her play today. This was her. She started out playing steel, I'm sure. She ran the Fort Wayne steel, and does she still do that? She still does that. I'm asking her questions as I'm talking to you. But yeah, and so steel is kind of her game. She'll be great with outs and things like that. I'm kind of excited about that. She plays anywhere that she can find a place to play with, which in Fort Wayne can be tough sometimes. I know because of her Facebook.
Yeah, she's been playing in the handicap league, women's league, and she's been driving down every weekend to play 2 or 3 matches, which is insane.
Like an hour and a half to
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours to go down and play. But she loves darts, so that drive is as terrible as that is gas-wise, and it gets her to play darts. If any vendor wants to put more boards in Fort Wayne, she's nodding her head aggressively at that. Look into that. I'm sure she would be more than willing to start some stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure she could find a couple locations for us as well.
Right. Oh, pay starts at... Oh, there you go. Awesome. So that's going to be great. Oh, okay. Is that a newer vendor? So we're going to... No. Oh, great. Said Pace? Pace. Is that any relation to Jeff Pace? No? Okay. Sorry, I just know that last name, so I went with it. So apparently Pace Vending is putting up boards there in Fort Wayne, which I'm sure Mary Beth appreciates, and all the Fort Wayne shooters that are darn good shooters up there. And of course Mary Beth runs the leagues. Her game of choice is cricket, so it's going to be interesting to have 5 games of 01 and 2 games of cricket. So we'll see how that goes. Her main influence is Stacy Bromberg, and she throws 6 killers by Super Dart.
She's also sponsored by Super Dart.
And she's also sponsored by Super Darts. Look at that, the back of her shirt. She's representing today. Playing her is Maritza, which up until this point I have been saying her name wrong my entire time of knowing her.
That makes 2 of us.
Yeah, so she just informed us of that. She plays out of Night Owls. She has been playing for about 33 years. Her game of choice is also cricket, so it's going to be interesting to see both of them play 01. It looks like they are about to get started, so but Bub Honeycutt is her influence in darts, and she throws some unicorns with conversion tips, which might be a little bit interesting.
Yeah, and I know Mary Beth also uses conversion tips on her darts.
Oh, interesting. So here we go. Mary Beth's going to come to the line to start it off, and we'll see how it goes. Nice 41 there to start it off. And it's early. It's the stream. We've even seen... I don't know if you've watched any of the World Cup of Darts this weekend.
Dude.
There's some nerves that are happening, going on there, and I'm sure we're going to get a little bit of that today. Maritza does wear headphones, so she won't be able to hear us as well as Mary Beth will, which I don't know if that's going to affect Mary Beth or...
Maritza throws really good darts. Once she figures out where she needs to stand, I think she's going to be a lot tighter than where those 3 went.
Yeah, I mean, all 3 right there in the grouping of a 5. There's a good start.
I flighted a little bit.
Yeah, but I can't see
It's
where the
an
second
85.
and third. Okay, 85 there. We do have a 20s cam, but we can see it perfectly fine from here. He did set it up. I don't know why he wouldn't use it sometimes.
I saw it.
And a 21 there. And you're right, once she gets kind of down what she wants to shoot at and where she's going to stand and all that, I think it'll make a difference.
Yeah. I'd like to thank Jason Eyes for having us here in his house today.
Oh, absolutely. Coming to you on a beautiful November 8th day here in Canby, Indiana.
28.
You kind of remind me
Just
of Major League 2, Lonnie, where he's like, fly ball, caught. And it's like a shot hard line drive because the guy passed out.
It.
Fly ball, caught. A nice 60 there from
It
Maritza.
looks like Maritza found the 20s.
Mary Beth's at 347. Maritza is at 405. I think a lot of people. I'm going to ask a question to the stream and to the Facebook Live and see what you guys think. How do we think this is going to go? Give your predictions here, not just on this match, but the overall tournament too.
And for all of our viewers on YouTube, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, please.
It really helps us out a lot.
Like I'm about to do right now. Maybe. For some reason, my screen.
That's back-to-back 60s by Maritza.
Yeah, she's definitely starting to find it now. My share button's not visible, so I'm going to pull it down and do it that way. We're getting some comments on only being able to see the tops of the players' heads. They're a little bit shorter than we're used to, so we might make a camera adjustment here after the game. I don't know if we can move it down a little bit. Ooh, is it remote? Oh, you're just going to cut it down a little bit. That would make sense too. We can just do that. Oh no. I mean, just got to make it smaller. And that looks like either an 85 or a 70. But still, those are 3 great rounds in a row. And she has overtaken Mary Beth here. Mary Beth with a 43, it looks like there. And she's just a touch off of her normal, I'm sure. Based on anyone in Fort Wayne, I'm sure that they're a little bit shocked by the start here. But again, first game on the stream.
Yeah, first game jitters are a real thing.
It's gonna come back. You'll notice there is a outshot to their right, and I'm sure these ladies are gonna take advantage of that at certain points, just to kind of get their bearings a little bit. You'll see that in both matches. Mary Beth might not do it as much. That 9 there might hurt a little bit. We'll see what it does. Mary Beth tried to move down to leave herself an out there, but gets 47 points. So she's sitting at 188. Maritza is at 266. And Tim's doing some adjustments to the camera there, so that's what you're looking at, which is that. Oh no. Perfect. Apparently, we have a steel tip blind draw coming up on Wednesday at the Thompson House.
Yes, the IDA is sponsoring a Veterans Day steel tip blind draw at the Thompson House.
That's wonderful. Megan and I might need to catch that. That sounds like a great plan. Mary Beth at 143. Tries to start off low. Only hits a 7, though. So now it's just about a little bit of recovery. Good last 2 darts there. Maritza, I think she might have caught a triple there for 81. Yes, so she is now sitting on an out. Mary Beth here at 96. I'm going to look at the trip 20 here first. 76 left, going to stay right there. 56, single 16 would set her up for tops. She moves over, hits a 5. Which again is her prerogative. She might like 36 a lot more than 40.
Now's the question: does she go 19 double 16 or 11 double top?
Ooh. Well, I mean, she did like trying to leave the 36, so she could always do that too. 132 left for Maritza. 127. 20 here might be the best bet. She's gonna just try and figure out what she wants to do. She did go down the 17s, so she leaves 110. If my math is correct, we're about to see. My math was correct. So Mary Beth here at 51. This is definitely an out that she can hit. She did try to go
So that's
19.
a 44.
So 44 left. Yeah. 32 left. And just a little bit low, but she does leave 32. Maritza sitting at 110. Going to look at the 20s here. 105 does not leave her an out anymore. 95 left. And a 9 there will leave 86. Is that what they see? That weird thing right there? I think it's just, yeah, I don't know what that is. Single 16 there. Gonna go double 8 and hits it. So Mary Beth takes the first leg here of 01. As we will move to leg 2, Maritza will start. We apologize for a little malfunctioning here. We're gonna get that one set up. Just make sure that you guys can see everything that we see on all the screens. And Maritza has started the second game. We will get it back on the right one here shortly. Looks like Maritza started out with a 77. Mary Beth came back with a 30. Maritza comes out with a 77 followed by an 85, which is a great start, especially compared to Mary Beth's 30 and then 13. So Maritza with a big lead here to start. We'll see what happens. See if she can keep this up. And I'm going to check out to see. Yes, Tim did shave the stash. Ron, sorry.
Yeah, El Pepe is out of there. That's a nice 60.
Yeah, great grouping there.
Sorry for the quietness. Had a little technical difficulties on the double 16 shot. For some reason, the display changed up.
Yep. But we got it back now. Maritza a single one and another one there. Let's see if she can move over a little bit. She does not. Looks like 5 scored there. Sometimes, oh, 3 scored. Sometimes you just can't move, no matter how hard you try. So Mary Beth up, stepping to the line. Has to see a little bit of opening here, and she has taken advantage of it on the first dart. There's 2 in there. Ooh, got a little excited about the 180 attempt there.
It's a nice 125, though.
Great 125, puts her right back in the lead. After that 60, she started off a little slow, but she has come back strong there. Again, anyone who is joining, make sure we like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for supporting us and all that we're doing for Indie Darts. We love doing it. We are happy to be here. Great stab on the 3rd dart for the trip 20. For a nice score of 83, and she retakes it, the lead, a little bit. Yep.
There was 60, 18, 16, 18, and 5 is 83. 60, 60, 18, and 5 is 83.
As here we go, Mary Beth steps to the line. .30 scored. Looks like she wired the 3rd one there, and we got ourselves a game. Got ourselves another game here. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you. My mom's watching. That's weird. Mom, make sure you're showing Sophia the stream when when Megan plays. Yeah, it looks like maybe 11 there. Yep. So Maritza's having some great rounds, and then she's having rounds where she's not really hitting anything, and it's allowing Mary Beth to kind of stay in this game. And another very solid 60 there.
They're throwing well.
Yeah.
They're getting their nerves under check.
Yep. They're throwing some pretty solid rounds mixed in. They're definitely throwing a lot better than I did on the stream, which isn't not hard to do, but it's nice to see. Looks like she carried over into the 18 there, which isn't a bad miss.
34.
34 scored. She thought she hit the trip 18. Mary Beth coming in here. She's going to try and just set herself up here nicely. She might go down. And she does. Nice 59 scored there.
I'm curious to see how these ladies start shooting the out shots, see if they go a traditional route or if they have unique ways to go.
Well, I think Mary Beth is going to make this depend on what Maritza does here. If Maritza hits a good shot here, Mary Beth might be forced to go the bull route on the 124. But with only 14 scored there, so 33 scored, 152 left. So that is an out, and in this game, anyone can hit any of these outs. So Mary Beth does hit the single 20, I think.
She go trip 18? She does not.
She must not have hit the single 20.
Looks like a 59.
We'll see. Nope, 44.
Touche.
Yeah, I figured Mary Beth would have shot at the 18s if she would have hit that single 20. So Maritza actually has, I mean, it's not an easy out by any stretch of imagination, but at least trip 20, double 16. The math is easy on this out. But she starts off with a 1. So 151 left. Catches 7. She's going to need a big number here to put a little pressure on Mary Beth.
Does Mary Beth go triple 16, double 16, or triple 20, double 10?
If it was me, I'd stay on the 20s. That's just the more traditional route. I don't really like the 16 route, especially with Maritza sitting at 124. Yeah, she's going to go 20-20 for tops. And tops for the game. A little high there, but that's all right. Left herself 40. It's a good leave. We'll see if Maritza can hit a ton-plus finish. That'd be fun to see. She's going to have to start on the 20s. She did not start on the 18s, which is not the right move there. And she said that she would yell at you for saying that, so I'll be the one to say it. On 124, you got to go 20s first, because if you miss on the single 20, it does leave you still a 2-dart combination.
96 left.
She does have 96 left,
91.
and she's now at 91. So Mary Beth is going to step up to the line here with 40 left to take a 2-0 lead in this match. Again, it is a race to 4, best out of 7. Yeah, it's steel tip's kind of harder to see the board no matter what, buddy. But Mary Beth's going to step up here, see what she can do. Just a little bit low. Going to move over the 10s now. Oh, and she drags it inside, so she's going to be left with double 5 when she comes back to the line, if she comes back to the line. Maritza sitting at 91. We'll have a shot at the 17 here first to leave herself tops. She could go the bull route, technically, which would be the safer move here, but that's more of a advanced way of thinking in that.
74 left.
74.
14, double 16.
Trip 14 is going to be the right move here. Let's see if she does that. She does not.
She has been shooting a lot of the 18, so
Yep.
triple 18, double 10 might
Yep.
have been an option as well.
She does leave herself 70. So 21 scored. Mary Beth here sitting at double 5. See if she can clean this up.
Oh,
She does split it.
Split it.
And
then she
hits
gets
it. Hits it on dart number 3. So Mary Beth takes a 2-0 lead here. Both ladies are not throwing poorly. That is for sure. It says 1-1 on their score, but it is definitely 2-0 Mary Beth.
Yeah, how'd that happen?
I don't know. That's interesting, actually. Yep. It is 2-0 Mary Beth. I know that scoreboard's going to be a little confusing for everyone going forward, but it is 2-0 Mary Beth. And she will step up first here. So she has the darts take a 3-0 lead. And 45 scored there. Mary Beth definitely did drive the furthest. So to go out in the first round after driving 2.5 hours that'd be rough.
At least you didn't have to wait for the second match either.
Oh, that's true. Man, that would have been brutal.
So I know in our first event that Jason held here, Jeff Cohey was the furthest driven, and he shot the very last regular league match.
Yep. So 23 scored there. A little bit high on the second one. We have a scorekeeper over there, keeping everyone honest. Mary Beth steps up here. See if she can extend her lead a little bit. Oh, that's the double 20. So 65 scored. I did that a couple times in my match. Went a little high, accidentally. But that was great. 65 scored. See what Maritza can do. She's been a little bit off for the last few rounds.
She locked in on the first leg, and I thought maybe we were going to have a good, tough match, but she's been struggling a little bit here.
Yep. But that's all right. Good little step back. Nice composure there. Anyone who's playing darts, if you're getting to a point now where you're getting frustrated with your darts and you're hitting some bad ones to start off with, it's never a bad idea to step back and kind of regroup and step back in. In that case, it didn't really help her as she hit the 5, but she did adjust, which was kind of the main point there. The last time she hit 2 3s to start off, or 2 1s to start off with, she just stayed in there and followed it up, and this time at least she was able to adjust with it. But Maritza's got to do a little bit of work now to get back into this leg, as she is down 2-0. It is not 1-1, but she can do it. She can definitely do it.
Yeah, I'm interested how that happened because I watched them close the
Right.
match. So
Yeah, I don't know if.
that's weird.
And the first one said 1-0 Mary Beth, didn't it?
It did.
60. There you are. Gets right in there with a great grouping of 60.
She threw them very
She.
effort.
Yeah.
With a lot of effort. I mean, the follow through on that was really good.
Yeah, she threw them with a little bit more authority. It is a situation where we are in an open garage. We do have a tarp and stuff that's blocking most of the wind. Ooh,
It was a big 115.
nice 115 there from Mary Beth, just to kind of extend her lead there. There is also a fan blowing in there, a little ceiling fan, and sometimes it won't adjust anything that much, and everyone has to play with the same conditions, but sometimes it does throw it off just a touch, especially if you have a little bit more of a lobby throw like I do.
Well, it's also that they're both using soft tip darts with conversion tips.
Right, so they're a bit lighter.
They need to put a little oomph in it.
Yep. Again, thank you guys all for watching. If you would, please like, share, comment, all that good stuff, to reach as many people as possible. Mary Beth is starting to really hit her groove here. I think a lot of people were expecting this kind of out of her a little bit sooner, but she's starting to settle down there. Nice 115 followed by another ton.
I'm interested to see, does she stick the 20 route, or does she actually try to do the bull with 135 left? That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I would say that I don't think there's any reason for her to do this, but
Oh, absolutely not.
but if she does, just because that's what she's used to, then it would make sense. Yeah, she just went with the 20. It's just she understands, I think, at this point, getting it low is definitely the best bet here. 95 left. So she tried to stab the...
See, I would have threw the bull there just to
Yeah.
clean it up. No need to leave 38.
Yep. But 88 left for Mary Beth, and Maritza is still sitting at 346, so a little bit of time here. Let's see if Maritza can battle back into this. Nice trip 18 to start. And just 60. And our fearless leader, Jason Ives, is walking in there just to make sure the score is scored correctly. He's wearing his mask in an inappropriate way. Hits the 11, so 77 left. She's making a little bit shaky here after a great start. But that's all right. Just set it up here.
Oh, she leaves herself with a 4. I don't have a close-up of the double 2.
Yep. 4 left. That's a little bit shaky. Maritza, I think, is pretty... She has to be pretty excited as a competitor that Mary Beth is on 4. Because one little inside and then miss, and then you're in the madhouse there.
She's going to need to start hitting some ton pluses to get down there, though.
Yeah.
You can't give Mary Beth 6, 9, 12 darts at double 2.
Right. No, Mary Beth is too good for that. That one's just on the wire. Kind of flighted the second one there. She's going to just move over a little bit. And she hits it, which doesn't surprise me. She can kind of hear us, so I'm sure she wanted to love nothing more than just to make us pay for saying that it might take some time for her to hit that. We have moved to cricket, so both of them said that this was their favorite game. It is 3-0 Mary Beth right now. It is not 2-1. I want to make that perfectly clear, and it is a race to 4. So this is the Maritza is throwing to stay in this game and in this match.
I would say with Mary Beth, the way her darts lay, the first dart was a beautiful setup for her, so you could stab right on top of it. Her darts lay flat or low, so throwing right at it.
Yeah.
I mean, that first one, with being so close to be that wire, she used it very well.
Yeah, and she is, like I said, she's very skilled. She is the type of person that will almost take the trip 18 after the trip 20. 2 triple ones after the trip 20, but she does close it. And are they starting? And just to let you know, there is our second match is starting up there. right about now, and that is Megan Green versus Emily Montgomery. Emily is the mother of our champion of the last Next Ones event, James Montgomery. So it is fun to see a little mother-son action on our stream. Emily was supposed to commentate with us today, but we had some illness knock out a couple of our competitors and one of our commentators. So we are very happy to have her throwing. And she is joined by my wife, Megan, who is about 15 feet from me, so I have to say nice things this whole time, or else she'll get mad at me and I'll be sleeping on the couch. She hits a great 6 there. It was wonderful right there. Just got unlucky and it flighted. I'm kidding. I don't have to be that nice. But looking back over at board number 1 in the match that we're looking at there, looks like Mary Beth has a little bit of a lead there. Emily just hit a 140, big 140 from Emily Montgomery. Great darts there to take a little bit of a lead there.
It's a good close and 2 marks on the Mary Beth side.
Yes. Yeah, Mary Beth is in control of the cricket game so far, but she does not have any points. As Megan goes up there, she was hungry, so she's going to have some breakfast. We're trying to get everything set up the right way so that you guys have the best viewing experience possible. Mary Beth is going to try and peg this 18 with the last dart, and she does, so nice close there. Megan's a little bit frustrated to start off this, but again, it's early. We saw this in the first game as well from both people, where it's just a little nervy there. I don't know if Megan hit that trip 18 or not. Does not look like it. And Maritza's going to have to do something to get back into her cricket leg. Emily, another 20, and an 85 scored there. Emily has thrown very well here to start off with. Well, at least she's had two good rounds there. Megan's still struggling to get going. I think that might be a trip 18. So 73 should be scored there. We'll see what happens. As we look back over, Maritza hits a 4 mark on the 15s. Nicely done there. She needed that just to get a little bit going.
She didn't hit under. Did she hit under?
Yeah. And Emily with another 60 right there. So far, Emily Montgomery is throwing very good darts. Ooh, Mary Beth almost pegged the 16s. Looks like Megan's staying on the 18s, which is an interesting option here. She gets 37 points. I don't know if she's missing the first one, just kind of staying there afterwards or not. But I'm not going to question her, that's for sure.
I was always told if you're going to miss by 2.
Absolutely. Emily hits another trip there. 93 left. 80 left. See what she wants to do. Again, make sure that you are liking, sharing, and subscribing. We very much appreciate all the support you guys are giving. Is that Mary Beth? Mary Beth looks like she 5 marked the 16s, and she is very much in control of this leg and the match. Jason's cracking me up a little bit.
It looks like We have over 70 viewers right now, so keep up
Which
the
is-
good work, guys. Keep
yeah, it's
sharing, keep
wonderful.
subscribing.
Yeah, keep going. Megan moved down the board and then went back up there. 44
So
scored.
Emily's sitting on 75.
And Megan's still way back there at
So-
246.
Emily should go trip 17 double 12, but
Oh,
there could be another
Mary
option.
Beth just took it.
Nice shot.
So
There's-
Mary Beth takes that leg and the match. 4-0. Mary Beth Collins against Maritza. As we've said, Maritza is a very solid dart player. So Mary Beth takes that game or that match. So she will be playing in the finals against the winner of this match right here. Again, we have Megan Green versus Emily Montgomery. You know, it looks really wonderful. That Indie Dart streaming border there on this dart board is beautiful looking. We are trying to get you the scoreboard brought up here on this screen. Don't worry, we're working on it. We promise. It looks like Emily has double 10 left. She went inside on the 10 by just a little bit, just a scooch. So she leaves double 5. We're trying to get the right combination here. Megan's over there at the out chart looking. It's weird that it's not pulling up. There we go. I know that's blocking. We'll get it out of there in just a second. So Emily's sitting at 10, Megan's at 113. Emily just a little bit high on the first one. Bring it down just a little bit. Oh, and flights. The third one, that one looked pretty good. So here we go. Megan's in at 113. She is going over to look at the out chart. Should start on the 20s here, but we'll see. Nope, she went down. 21 scored. I believe that leaves 92. So trip 20 double 16 would be the route here. See if she does it. She did go up there and just put that in just to know what she had.
I thought she was just counting her toes.
That's what she's doing. She's walking over there to that out chart. She's kind of letting the math kind of get to her, I think, at this point.
That's where
She
the
should
nerves
know
hit.
60 and would leave 32. They're really studying this out chart right now. They're trying to figure out exactly where that 92 is located.
I wonder if they're carrying the 2.
I wonder if they just don't put that out or that on the out chart because it's such an easy out for 2 darts.
A little shortly, we're going to be having Mary Beth here to talk about her nice win.
72 left. Should look over at the 12s here or the 14.
Has 72. I'll go trip 16 just to leave 24.
Yeah, that's also
And then a single 16 leaves 56.
an option there. What do you think? Oh, you're not on here.
Testing.
I don't know which one that is. Oh, that's better. No, that was the right one. I can tell you right now that was the right one. That had to be. Megan here with 60 has kind of been gifted by Emily here a chance. Let's see what she can do. 59 left. Yeah, we're just going to go with the main board's
we're
screen
having
here.
technical difficulties scoring.
Yep. We can only do so much. Was that? Oh, okay. 56 left. So
16 40, lead 40.
she does hit the 16 to lead 40. So 20 scored there.
So Emily go double five right away, or just try to split it with a 2 double 4?
She's struggled on the double 5 so far. We'll see what she can do here.
She can always do the 2 double 4 like I did.
Yeah, that's what you
split.
did.
Yeah. And
She
this is
going
Mary
straight
Beth.
at it, and she
Yeah,
hits
she
it.
drills it.
All she needed was Megan to be on an out for her to decide to hit it. Just want to make it close.
Congratulations, Mary Beth.
Yeah, Mary Beth, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
How'd that go for you? Were you how do you feel like you threw?
The first couple of games that I was up and down. I thought the nerves were probably getting to me.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first thing I've done outside of Fort Wayne since COVID. So the last thing was that kids weekend back in March. So
Which I very much appreciate you supporting.
anytime. Looking forward to the next one.
Yep, we'll see what we can do to get that going.
But then I started hitting things and it felt more comfortable for me. And then cricket, like you said earlier, that's the game I want to play.
Yep, and you definitely threw very well in that cricket game. So as far as steel tip goes, I know that you do a lot with it. I talked about it a little bit and had you. I was asking you questions, you weren't really responding, or like they weren't able to hear you on the stream. So if you want to talk a little bit about just your history, what you've been doing, all that good stuff.
What I've been doing is trying to play as many darts as I can. I will say my mom hasn't been in the best of health, so I haven't been able to get out and get as much playing as I'd like. I've been playing mostly soft tip since all this COVID thing because you can do it remotely now.
Right.
Steel tip is very strong still in Fort Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple leagues up there, and I wasn't able to come up with a team for this year, so I'm not playing steel currently.
I'm kind of surprised that there was no one that asked you to play on their steel tip team, if I'm being honest.
Well, and then now they want me to sub, and with my mom's health, I've got to stay COVID free.
Right.
So I haven't even been able to sub.
Well, we really appreciate you taking the drive down. You were definitely near, if not at the top of our list of people to ask to play this. So so thank you for doing that. We really do appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm enjoying myself.
Well, good.
Do you feel there's something different about this unique atmosphere playing on a stream with, say, we have over 75 people watching right now?
Do I feel different? It's the same as any stream in a bowl shooter tournament or anything like that.
But does
Playing in a garage is a little different.
the atmosphere is a little unique, isn't it? Like
it is.
At least when you're in the bull shooter or you're one of those major events that are streaming, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of people walking around while you're doing it. Here, it's a little more intimate.
True, and there's a lot more noise in a normal tournament than there is here because now I'm standing over there throwing and I hear Mary Beth this, Mary Beth that.
Right.
Not hearing all the words, but I caught Mary Beth every time.
Well, and that has to be the one thing that you can kind of like get with your ears is your
Pick
name.
out.
Yep.
See, and I go by Mary Beth because I used to in school, Carrie, Terry, Jerry would draw my name,
Right.
my attention because I'd hear the airy part. So then when I got out of high school, I got in the business world, I go by Mary Beth.
Well, and it's funny because in the dart community, I bet if you polled 100 people that have either played with you or played against you or been in the area, I would say 80% of the people wouldn't know your last name because you're known as Mary Beth.
I don't.
Hence the reason on Facebook I don't use my last name. My first name is Mary, my last name is Beth, and that's what it is.
One thing I noticed when I played in this, the first one, with the quietness, like it might be just me, but like I heard myself thinking, and it was messing me up a little bit.
That can be dangerous for the best of us.
So funny story because of being a teacher, and with my wife throwing on the stream right now, this story's fun. When we first started dating, my name on Facebook was Sean Allen, using my middle name, and so my wife thought that her last name was going to be Allen when she first started dating me. When she would think about like what her last name would be if we ended up,
She
going
was
to that
saying
point.
yes to the Allen part, not
Right.
no to the green.
No to the green. I think
That's funny.
I think she thought that was better actually. The last name Green. She's like, oh okay, thank God, probably.
So, Mary Beth, you have a unique perspective right now where you're watching your two potential opponents playing. What are you thinking about what's going on? Or
Just trying to prepare myself. It's just another game, win or lose. We're having fun. They're both amiable contenders. I will play to the best of my ability against anybody I play, but they can both be there.
For our dart viewers, amiable means good or 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 very strong.
Sorry, I'll try to use simpler words now.
we go by the KISS method here at Indie Dart Streaming.
Keep it simple.
I'm just trying to see. Tim, I don't know if I messed with your. Which one's you? Are you this one?
I
No.
am one.
You're one. Just gonna move you up a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
I think so. Yeah, I got some laughs on the on the amiable comment. So you actually play in the bullshooter events with my wife Megan, who's throwing right now.
And we do well together.
Yeah,
We've won several events together.
I think the worst place you guys have ever finished has been like third, or something in an event, third or fourth.
Something like that.
Yep, and that was one time out of all of them. So watching this here, it looks like both of them are struggling quite a bit, at least in this game. Emily, I don't know if, I'm sure you didn't see because you were playing your cricket match, but in game one, Emily started off, she had a 140 followed by 100, and kind of gained a big lead, and then struggled on her outs a little bit. So they're both definitely not showing everything. Does that worry you? Does like that they're not playing their best, that they're kind of saving it maybe, or does it?
I think they're trying as best they can. The nerves, that shows, especially when you're going for your doubles.
Right.
Hitting your doubles from the first try, second try, that kind of thing. But everybody's doing their best, and nerves are a big thing, especially when there hasn't been a lot of darts going on.
Right.
And to know family members are back home watching. Hi, Mom. Hi, Isaac.
Yep.
And it's also a unique situation being in the garage, like you said in the beginning. And whether people don't believe it or not, like when you get up there and there's people watching you and you're the only one in the room, it's kind of nerve-wracking a little bit.
It can be, but I'm pretty good about blocking that out. What gets me is when you have the audience behind you, not at home.
Right.
When they're sitting back here and you're throwing those final darts to win the match or something. That bothers me more than this live stream stuff.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of that. People watching me, I usually tend to thrive on that.
Well, guys, I can tell you that I have very little experience throwing on a stream. I've done it one time, and thanks, Justin, for beating me 4-1 or whatever it was. And that was just here. But yeah, they don't really like to show the level 5 events or the level 6 events.
Then you need to step it up, dude.
Just a little inconsistent. It looks like we have a tight match here. Oh, Megan's sitting at the big fish. See if she can reel that bad boy in.
That'd be awesome.
See what Emily can do to put a little pressure here. A big round here would go a long way.
Yeah, Emily's in a unique situation where she was anticipating to do a little commentary and talk about her friends, and then she gets thrown into the fire, and now she's got to
Right, she got like a 2-day warning.
switch hats and change the hats and make sure that she's a player now. So.
Right, and our thoughts go out to those that we know in our darting community that has been affected by COVID over the past week and a half, including Lisa, who was supposed to do commentary with us to start off with, and Emily graciously was like, "Sure, I'll do commentary," not thinking that she was going to be the next in line automatically for the spot, but she was all right with it.
I did like the note that we got saying that if Emily did not get to play, that you'd be wearing a skirt.
And I would have I would be throwing way worse than this right now. I can tell you this.
And at this point, you need a wig too.
But back
Yeah.
in the day, the IDA did a Twisted Steel event, and the guys could wear dresses and skirts to play as women. So
I've seen
I can
that picture.
shamelessly say that I've done that.
I have seen that picture.
I will honestly say you won't see me in a skirt or a dress ever.
So Megan's sitting at 85. She should
I didn't
know
get
this.
married in a dress. I won't show up for darts in a dress.
Trip,
This is-
trip 15.
This is a soft tip out too with 2 darts. All right, leave 70.
So here we go, triple 10 or trip 18.
And she can pick whichever one. Leaving 50 here does no good.
So one of the unique aspects of being in the driveway of Jason Ives' house is one of his neighbors has a fire going, and it smells really good.
It does smell really good. I think it's an... Oh. Okay, thank goodness that wasn't me who just touched it. Megan decides to hit another 15, which was a great idea.
So Emily sitting on
I'm
86.
very
she
happy
should-
that she tried that.
She should go triple 18 for a
I think she
double
went
16.
I think she went triple 10, honestly, and just dropped it a little bit low. So Emily here,
Trip 18.
trip 18, double 16 is the shot, and she
Oh.
just heard us say that. Sorry about that. See if she can do that.
68 left. See, with Megan sitting on that shot, go 18 bull.
You should anyway. They can hear us from here.
18 bull.
She did not do that.
63 left. Anybody else want a s'more right now?
It smells so good, that bonfire. Beauty being outside. She might have 63 left or something along those lines. That's...
I hear you guys talking and then she's talking.
Oh, she missed the 5.
Yeah, it's a 63 left. $63 and 39.
Well, that actually leaves a pretty good out.
26.
Yep.
No.
No.
Got the 39 you put in there.
Yep, then add the 39. Oh. Sorry,
Yeah.
I can't see it. That's my
62
fault.
total scored, I believe.
It's at 26 and I'm like, this is
Alright, Megan's sitting on 55. Now 53. Now 43.
Anything on the bottom leaves an out.
Yep.
That's one thing about the dartboard that I always question is like, why do you have 4 numbers that are all odd
And
together?
that will be a bust there, because I would have left her 1. Oh, she changed the person over extra. So, yeah, the real unique part about this is that we are very close to the players, and they can definitely hear us.
Guess it's kind of hard not telling them like what I would do or what
Right.
should be done.
I will say,
6.
just on the outside.
Just a bit outside.
So Megan will come back with the same opportunity that she had the last round, and we'll see what happens.
She knows what she's doing though.
Yep. A little low on the double 20. Leaves 37.
I got caught just watching instead of paying attention to what my job was. Sorry.
37. And leaves 30.
And that is a soft tip.
That
leave.
was definitely a soft tip leave, that's for sure. And she hits the double 6 to go out there and take a 2-0 lead. We're trying not to talk as much just because we are so close to them. and it seems to be actually affecting them and their darts. So
And they keep looking over us.
yeah, they do. They keep giving us dirty looks.
Maybe it's not just your commentating.
Well,
I'm sure Sean knows everything about that.
Yeah, that's number one rule when you're playing darts in a bar. Tune everything out.
or at least try to. And
Yeah.
you know, everyone playing today is used to playing in real big venues where there are hundreds of people talking at the same time, and tuning all that out is definitely important. And Megan with a good 85 there. I'm sure she would have liked the ton, but she will definitely accept that 85 after hitting the trip 20 on the first dart.
Yeah, and we're here at the Jason Ives house, Indie Darts streaming. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you smash that subscribe button, ring that bell so you don't miss when we go live. And on Facebook, please like, share, let everyone know that we're playing tonight.
And we do appreciate all the support, and we love supporting all the indie darters. So anything that you can do to help get us that support would be wonderful.
Everyone in the comments, put down what do you want to see next? Do you want to see maybe like a mixed doubles, or do you want to see a challenge event? Do you is there anything that you as viewers would prefer to watch? As it prefers a bad word, I guess. What would you like to see next? Why we're doing this?
Yep.
If you leave that up to my husband, he'll say naked darts, but don't go there.
Nobody wants to see that
No.
anywhere. And
No.
I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about just dart players in general. There's, I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Yeah. You saw the way we looked at the beginning. You got to ask yourself the question: would you want to see us naked playing darts? I think the answer is no to that.
You didn't have to put darts on that. You could have stopped at naked.
There's one person in this general area that would prefer that, and that's my wife. At least for me playing. Maybe for other people, I don't know.
You
Interesting
sure?
question. I don't know. I really don't know the answer to that question. Mike would like to see mixed. He needs someone to actually throw well.
What was that?
Mike McKinney wants to see a mixed. Ron Thompson says he wants to play. Looks like a lot of people are saying mixed. That might have been a good idea.
We're here. There's women here. It just came out the top of the brain.
Hey,
You know?
you just have good ideas sometimes. Your idea, man. All right, looks like they're trying to shoot at double 20s.
I wonder. I'm curious now. Like how that would go about. Like, do you invite girls and pick guys, or do you invite guys and pick girls?
I
How
don't
would
know.
do the girls haven't invite guys?
That
I think that would be a unique situation.
I think it would too, because if you think about like most mixed events, at least at the top level, it's a lot of times it is the guys.
Well, but like my experiences in all of these more soft tip centric events,
Make sure you're
when it's a mixed doubles, the guys go to the best person they can think of first.
right.
I would love to see higher level guys picking lower level girls.
Right.
As instruction. And,
Yeah.
And try to bring the sport up to the best of their ability.
Yeah, I think either way. I think it would be an interesting thing to do for sure. We'll see. It's definitely going to be on our
Or
radar
on the
now.
flip side, have the higher end girls picking lower end guys and bring them up, because clearly there's guys that really need instruction.
Right.
And whether it's from the best guys or the best women probably have more patience than the best guys.
That's true.
That's very true, but most guys don't like to listen to the women. Whether it's at home or it's at darts, they don't like to listen to the women.
I guarantee you, my wife, I can tune her out that she could talk for an hour and not hear a single word that she says. And
That's what I'm saying. The guys don't want to listen to the women.
It's at that moment that there's usually a pillow or a book or a remote that comes flying at my head.
Yeah, I can tell you that in my
If
house.
she gets good at darts, she's got a dart.
So, humble bragging here. We've been together since 2002. We have 4 kids. we moved from Philadelphia to Indiana, I finally have her playing in her very first ever dart league.
That's awesome.
So
Congrats. It took me 23 years to get my husband to play darts.
my wife hates darts with a passion. So to get her to actually say, yes, I'll play, and the second she said yes, I reached out to the vendor that was doing the mixed doubles event, say we're in.
Yep.
And she can't back out now because we already signed up, which was the greatest
There
thing.
you go.
So, but the funny thing is now when we're home, she's like, hey, can we go shoot some darts? Like, what? Who are you? What have you done with my wife?
My husband went down to state a few years back, and it was like sardines in that master's room, the room of champions or whatever they called it.
Yep.
They changed
He-
that to room with Tim. No, I'm just kidding.
He came home on Saturday, and I played through the 4-person on Sunday. Then I played league on Monday night, league on Tuesday night. I actually didn't get to talk to my husband till Wednesday, and he said he wants to play darts. And I'm like, okay, what happened between Indy and home and now?
Right.
I said, we've been married 20-some years at that point, and you just now want to start playing darts?
Yeah, he saw how much fun you were having.
Well, I can tell you that in my unique situation, obviously, I met my wife playing darts, so we've always kind of had that same interest going.
I met my wife playing darts, but she wasn't.
Oh. Well, she's always been better at darts than I have, so that's been fun to have.
Yeah, my wife, she was a pool player, so like we were just
Oh.
I was shooting darts, she was shooting pool, and we had mutual friends, and you know how it goes.
Yep. Megan throws that last dart just a touch high, but she leaves 152.
She messed up that Y.
She does
Now
have
it's all bleeding over.
She does have the first out there, which is nice. And
That's a
and a
big
little bit
80.
of pressure there.
I
Nice
think
80.
they're always hoping to get those doubles at the end as well.
But,
Right.
But that was a good dart
I-
there.
You happen to hit 2 doubles in your match, I noticed.
Yeah, I had the double 20 a lot.
Hey, as long as it counts, right?
Exactly. I did win a tournament one time. I was aiming for the trip 20s, hit a lot more double 20s, and after it was done, the other lady said, you hit the trip. I'm trying to hit the trip 20s. Didn't make it there.
Megan gets 30 there, and I hate to say this, she's gonna have to win this one day.
I'll tell you what, 122. She really needs to go to the 18.
Yeah, I know.
That's 86.
You know what's funny?
Emily's left herself 86.
Yep.
2 games in a row.
So she should know exactly what to shoot at without us saying anything.
She's listening.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have got the girl some earplugs.
Yeah, that might have helped.
All right, trip 15, double 20.
You did say 18.
All right, so
Yeah, but she hit a
I-
1 and a 17. That's 18.
so this is true story. I did
Yeah,
talk to
it
my
takes a
wife
minute.
about this style of out right here. Let's see if she does it. Because if not, I'm just gonna yell at her from right
But
here.
I will say, her hair looks awesome.
Hey, you know,
Did she get her hair did?
she did not for this. I'm not happy. She throws a little wry smile my way.
Better watch what you say.
It'd been a lot cooler if she would have gone the 18 route there, like we talked about.
I thought I said it pretty loud.
She said she knew it wasn't 20 based on our
I-
conversation.
I thought I said it pretty loud.
Yeah. Emily has a couple of options here, actually.
It's
so we'll see
trip
what she
20
does.
double 4. 48. So I shoot the 816 wire there. 8 leaves 40, 16 leaves 32. That fire smells good.
Yeah, it does. And she did something that we can't see on our screen right this second. No, she didn't.
36,
She
56.
threw an 18. Oh, double 18.
56 leaves 12.
12 left.
She hit the 12 last time,
Yep,
so
she
I
sure
guess
did.
kind of makes sense, right?
Must be her.
Hey, and
she
she
hits it
drills it
again.
with a 68.
That's one way to do 68. That's for sure.
We're currently at 100 people. This is awesome. Hey, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Whether you're on Facebook, YouTube. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified when we're going live.
Yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are very happy to have you. Emily takes a 3-0 lead on Megan. So Megan's got some work to do starting right this second to get back into this. But the beauty of this at this point is that the strategy is a little bit different in cricket between steel and soft. In soft, you know, it's easier to point and easier to do that stuff. Steel, it's not as much. But it's the same game. And the math is the same both ways. You're not really thinking too much differently.
Right. I usually typically if you shoot a 3-0 in soft tip, that'll equate to a 2.25 or a 2.5 in steel tip.
Right.
Just because the size of the triples and doubles are a little bit smaller.
Yep. It'd be like playing soft tip on a 13-inch board. And kind of thinking of it that way, but it's a little bit different because the whole way.
So that whole 13-inch board on the bull shooter boards, in theory, that's great, but the way they did it was wrong because they should have kept the dartboard the same size and just made the trips and doubles smaller. That way, because if you go to a 13-inch board now, when it shrinks, the triple is out of the way, the double's out of the way, and the bullseye essentially stays the same because it shrinks in. But what I would love for them to see them do is maybe do like keep it 15-inch board, but do more of a Champions steel tip board where you only have 1 or 2 lines in the triple or 1 or 2 lines in the double, as opposed to shrinking it down. So now the triple and a double aren't in the same area as what they are on a standard board. That was a tangent, sorry.
I get what you're saying. I think, Mary Beth, what are your thoughts on that?
I personally like the 13-inch board the way it is because it truly reflects the steel tip board.
But it doesn't because the triples and the doubles aren't in the same spot.
Yes and no. Yes and no. If you look at the board, it's still 13-inch on a steel tip, 13-inch. And it might be a row or 2 off, but those rows are what's causing the problem.
No, well if you look at it, and this is how retarded I am, I actually physically looked at it and did measurements. The top of the triple 20 on a 13-inch board is below the bottom of the triple 20 on a 15-inch board. So it's not even in the same area if you're shooting.
So it's really more like a 13.5-inch board that we need?
No, it's a 13-inch board, but when they shrunk it down, they didn't keep the triples and doubles in the same area where they typically would be. So if you shoot the 13-inch, if you go shoot the 13-inch board and then you shoot the 15-inch board and you put the darts in the exact same holes on the bull shooter, you're not in the triple 20 on the 15-inch board.
All right, now I'm starting to understand what you're saying a little bit. They're moved lower.
Right. The doubles and the triples are lower than where they are on a standard 15-inch board.
Okay.
Is it 15-inch?
Yeah.
I know steel tip's 18.
But isn't that the way it should be though? And what I mean by that is, we're just sitting here talking about this.
I would rather have it the same size board, shrink the doubles and triples, but where they're in the same area as a double and triple. Because when people always say practice in a steel tip range, there's a Champions board where the
Great
doubles
form
and triples are half the size. So, but they're in the same spot.
Yep.
So when you're practicing on that Champions board, when you go to the standard board, you're still throwing at the same spot or the same area, as opposed to in a soft tip board. If you throw in the 13-inch board, you're throwing below where you should be throwing it.
I gotcha. All right, so we'll argue about this off.
It's my opinion. You gotta remember, I'm a steel tipper, so.
Right.
And I'm going to excuse myself so I can start warming up for the next match.
Mary Beth, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck in the last one.
I said Megan's really stepped up and is firing real well. This is a really good match, shooting a 2.5 and a 2.7.
Oh, you wanna? I just turned off the mic. I powered it off, so you just gotta power it back on. Yeah.
This is a great match.
So we got a good leg here going. I think that might be a touch low in the 18s.
Hey, fantastic commentary, guys. And thanks everybody for watching today. It's a pleasure to have you. Got about 100 of you watching right now, and I really greatly appreciate it. Give us a like, give us a share. Big hands up to Tim and Sean doing the commentary tonight, and big hands up to these ladies coming, making this trip and playing out here today. Thank you so much, everybody.
Yep, and thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. We really, really enjoy it. I know that there's a couple of viewing parties going on for this over at Megan's mom's house. I know there's a little bit going on with that.
Nice.
So we do appreciate all that going on.
Yeah, so one thing, we did ask the ladies some questions before they started playing. So Emily, she doesn't really have a favorite place to play as long as she's having a good time. She's with her friends. So when we asked how long she's been playing, she said when I was 22, but she didn't leave how old she was. So, and we don't ask those questions to women.
So about
we
10
don't do
years
that.
or so,
Yeah.
give or take.
Brownie points.
All right, maybe 23 years.
Favorite game's cricket, and seems like
And she just hit a big 5 mark there.
huge shot.
And that was after turning to us and yelling she was 45 with all that sass.
Hey, you gotta love a woman that's proud of her age, don't you?
Right? Oh, yeah. I guess she only hit a 4 mark. I was blocked off in that last one.
Said Lee Jones is the person she goes to when she has questions.
Yep.
He always says she should know the answer, but he tells him anyway. Good job, Lee.
Megan only hits a single 20 there, so Emily has a good chance to kind of pull away a little bit in this cricket leg. We'll see what happens.
Emily's throwing. She is throwing the big Ben barrels. So Ben Fair's big ups to you. Seems like you have a popular dart barrel here in Indiana,
Yep,
as you should.
Because that is the soft tip barrel that Megan uses as well. So that's interesting to know.
Yeah, so when you have a straight barrel with some razor grip and you have different ways to handle it, pretty smart barrel selection for Ben.
Yep. So moving over to Megan. I should know all these answers, but you never know. So Megan's favorite place to play darts is, of course, at...
There's a nice solid 3 on the 17s.
Yeah, very nicely done.
Gives her the point. She's just
She
5
needed
points.
that. Her favorite number is 17, by the way, so that would make sense that she stabbed those, but Emily just took that away from her real quickly. But Megan likes to play at Nippers in Carmel, which that is exactly where I met my wife, so that would make sense. That would be her favorite place to play. That's actually where I
Sure, it has
proposed
nothing
to her.
to do with you.
Well, of course not, but it is where I proposed to her.
Yes,
Ooh,
yes.
there's 6 in there.
Oh,
Nice
big 6 mark.
Great darts there from Megan on a number that she loves to hate, as I would put it.
I'm in the same boat. I typically, if I don't hit a triple the first start, I just suck at it.
Yep. 16 and 16 does work that way. It's one where it's more geared towards the weight of the dart.
There's more that you do that too, though.
Yep. Yep. So Megan now has a chance here
Two
to.
big 18s.
There's
That's a
one.
great dart. Oh, she didn't throw it.
Throw it right at the last one.
Follow through.
Yeah, you gotta stay there. She's thinking about it though. She did stay there and just didn't hit it.
But that was the great weight. It was the weight turn.
Yeah.
She threw it with a great weight.
Yep. And that was definitely what she needed to do. And
That's a
Emily's
triple. That's a big 4 mark.
Yep, great darts there from Emily. There's only 2 of them.
Oh.
So now Megan knows what she can do
See,
here.
I would close the 18 first start.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Me too, but we'll see what she does. She does grab the point lead first. And she does close
Back
the
at
18s.
16.
Goes right back at him.
That's a great dart.
Yep.
Good throw. She threw
Smart
it the right
darts
way.
there.
See, for me personally, I throw the 18 first just so I'm throwing back-to-back darts in the same wedge instead
Yeah.
of going up and down because of how far away they are.
It always, for someone my skill level, it's always nerve-wracking to throw that first dart at
That's
the
a big
18,
solid 3.
because if you miss that first one, and then you're like, oh, now I have to stay there and close on
You
the
do.
second one, and then you only have one dart to get back that point lead. So I understand the reasonings for that. Megan does get 116 there. She does extend her lead a little bit. And 2 in the triple. 2
There's a
does-
big
Yep,
triple.
that's a good stab there. Good stab there. So let's see what Megan can do here.
So one thing you can notice is, like, if you see when they follow through and actually throw the dart gets there and it's where they're aiming.
Yep.
As opposed to those lobs that are dropping real low.
Megan unfortunately does not hit anything there. So Emily has free range here to shoot all 3 darts at the 16 until she misses, of course. Good first one. Great second dart. Great close there.
Emily is firing.
And that gives her complete control here. Then we'll see what happens. I can tell you from knowledge of watching them do the piddle to start off the whole thing, they both struggled very mightily on the bowls to start off with. And Megan tried to stab at the 15 on the 3rd dart, I think.
If you're going to go by that logic, if I was Megan, I would have closed the 15.
Yeah, I would have too. But either strategy is fine.
But when they did hit the piddle, it was a double. So
yeah, that's true. So Emily misses as well. So see what Megan does here. She has options. All right, gets 2 of the 15s. And now let's see if Emily changes her strategy a little bit.
now, if I'm Megan here, and Emily doesn't close this out, I'll throw 1 at the bull. If I hit a bull, I go to 15. If I don't hit the bull, I stay there, just because at some point you got to start pulling those marks in.
Yep. But it is only a 1 bull advantage at this point. But she does hit a double 15 just to extend that point lead. And that double is actually a big dart. All right, Megan does close the 15s. Ooh, good single ball there.
That
And
great
follows it with
dart.
1.
That's smart. That's an excellent shot.
And we're left with 4 to 3. My math, right? Yeah. No?
54, so she needs 5.
No, she hit 2 there, so she needs 4. It's 4 to 3.
And that's why you're a teacher.
Yep. I don't even teach math. So Megan here, chance to at least even up.
There's
There's
a
a
double.
Those are
It's a
good
great
darts
darts.
there. So now it's 3 to 2, and Megan needs to win this leg to stay in this match. So we'll see what Emily can do here. It's now 3 to 2 on bowls. And she cannot close out, but she does get a single. So 2 to 2. Here we go. Sorry, Lisa, we're trying to whisper a little bit.
She hits 2, then closing at 15 was a smart idea. She can stack on top of that. I'm curious how they think about that, because like that first dart, if it was me, I would throw right at the back of that flight as
Yeah.
opposed to aiming at the bull again.
There's one. And
Oh,
does
she
get
drills it.
So that'll end the match. Emily Montgomery beats Megan 4 to 0.
So we got 4-0, 4-0.
4-0, 4-0. So two people heading to the finals that have not even lost a leg.
So we might need to pull your wife in here to have some commentary, because with Emily going to play in the finals against Mary Beth, curious. I want to hear what her thinking was, or was she too busy thinking about what we were saying?
I don't know. I think it is a unique situation where you know, if you're playing on the stream at any point in time, you're never hearing the commentary going on about you. So this is definitely a unique situation where you can hear all the commentary going on.
And just so we're clear, this finals will be a best of 9. The first 4 matches will be 0-1. The next 2 will be cricket, and the final 3, if it goes that far, will be 0-1 as well.
And
Nobody wants to see that.
look at this gorgeousness.
How you doing?
We're going to be joined by
Suck it in.
Jason Ives.
Have a seat. Have a seat on that stool, Jason. Oh, Megan's coming. Hey, did we mess you up?
I'm alive and breathing. It's fine.
Did we mess you up?
I'm not gonna cry. Huh?
You threw well.
No, you didn't.
No, you threw well.
At the end there.
Get
Just a little-
Oh, hello.
Just a little bit.
We are joined by Megan Green, who unfortunately did not do as well as she hoped.
No, that was rough. 4-0.
But you throw well.
4-0's rough. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not gonna lie, but to Emily, understandable.
That you shot well.
Thank you.
I will say
crack
that
it.
I now have bragging rights because I won a leg.
I know, and I made fun of him the whole time.
Now, so if you really want bragging rights, maybe both of you go up to that board and do a best of 3 and see
I
who
don't.
wins.
I don't think anyone wants to see that.
She's in, you're out.
Maybe tomorrow. Actually, maybe yesterday when I had a good dart day. It's okay. Not a big deal.
So talk to us a little bit, because obviously our commentary, it perks up the ears a little bit at times.
Oh, yeah.
For sure, because when you do play on the stream, you're not used to hearing anything being said about you, and that goes for anyone that's playing on the stream for the most part. So our setup is a touch different.
It is a little bit different.
Yeah.
What I will say, I don't even usually watch streams back when I'm on them. I know a lot of people do. I don't usually do that. So to have the extra, even I can hear it happening as it's different.
Yeah.
But it sounds like, I don't know, it's like just extra things in your mind you're hearing, but sometimes it was helpful.
So what I would say is watch them back, but don't watch them how bad you're playing or how good you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Watch and see the consistency that you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
because it's
There
a
you go.
great learning tool.
Mm-hmm.
And if you actually watch those as, what did I do here that I didn't do here,
Mm-hmm.
and you can focus on, I need to follow through a little more. I need to shoot the correct outshot a little
Mm-hmm.
more frequently. I guess is
Speaking
the-
of
I mean,
which-
I couldn't even understand that outsheet. Like
Yeah.
that's where
No.
that's where
So-
we were at.
Okay, so
And
the
then mixed with like being so blind, like mixed with like feeling like kind of like not blacked out. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like
Yeah.
all the fuzziness, I couldn't even understand the outsheet. So I was like, I don't know. Like I don't think I
So
was prepared for all this.
what you probably did was you studied you studied your outshots, and when it came time to knowing off the top of your head,
Yeah.
it's, oh crap, was
It's-
that this or this?
yeah.
Let me go look, and then you go there,
Mm-hmm.
and those typical outshots on that outshot chart aren't correct.
Right.
They're an older style of
Mm.
thinking, but if you look on that, there's 3 different tiers on that outshot.
Mm-hmm.
It will change.
Just make sure you're
Yeah.
keeping it in front of you.
If you go down to where it shows the professional style,
Mhm.
it probably would have gave you what you were looking for,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to looking at the one on the top.
Mm-hmm.
And
I didn't know the top from the bottom. I'm not gonna lie. I do a lot of
Or the
things
left or
differently.
right.
Yeah.
If I went
No,
back,
So on the outchart that Jason has here in the garage, the standard one is on top, and then right below it, I believe, is the professional 2-dart, and
Yep.
then below that is the
That makes
professional
sense.
3-dart. If you, from what you were probably practicing, the professional outshots, like
yeah,
that 122 that you shot the 20 on,
yeah.
shooting the 18.
No,
leaves
I
104.
didn't. 122. I didn't shoot
yeah, she
20.
shot
I
the-
knew.
she shot the
that-
19.
Oh, you did
just
shoot
like,
the 19.
Just
yes.
to what you were saying, exactly. I knew it was not the 20, but then I
Yeah.
went for the 19, and it's supposed to be an 18.
Right.
Yeah.
So I tried, and yesterday I was shooting really well. Unfortunately, like especially with the 20s, I was practicing with John. Granted, I mean
Yeah.
he beat me like 14-3 or something ridiculous, but I tried and I threw very well yesterday. I don't know what happened here. I don't know what to attribute it to. but
There's
just,
nerves.
yeah.
It's people are watching me. And,
Yeah.
And if you're not comfortable or you're not accustomed to playing with people watching,
Yeah.
it changes your thinking.
I do want to say I don't want to deter anyone from doing this, though. I know it's going to be like it's going to feel awkward, but like my friends at, oh, we're going to put stuff. Okay.
No, you're good. You can keep going.
I was just going to say what I don't want to do is deter people who are nervous from doing this.
Scoreboard's
Oh,
gonna be
boy.
different. So, yeah, because it's not the actual. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting situation for sure to be doing this. hopefully you at least enjoyed the experience of doing this.
Yep.
We'll talk about the 122 out later. Cause
We'll talk about a lot of things later, most likely, but none to do
No.
with you.
no, it was I enjoyed having the perspective of watching my wife throw darts on the stream and being able to commentate on it.
Yeah.
I know that's gonna obviously probably still happen in the future when we get back to, our pre-COVID days where we're having bigger tournaments
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and we're able to do all this, and definitely stay with us as we're watching
There's a big ton by
the
Mary Beth.
final of Mary Beth and Emily, and you have a unique perspective because obviously your partner is Mary Beth in a lot of the bull shooter events, which is a very awesome partner to have, and then of course you just played Emily and have played Emily multiple times, and
I will say this with
Yeah, she's tough.
when Emily follows through and actually throws the dart, I mean they're there, and it's going to be this is going to be a very competitive match, I believe.
Yeah. Emily's darts are wicked. I've said that from day one.
so here we are looking at this again. This is the finals of tonight. The winner gets $100, which is very nice. We have Mary Beth, who drove 2.5 hours from Fort Wayne to be here, and she is going up against Emily. Mary Beth beat Maritza Richards in the first match 4-0, and
It was a big
Emily,
140.
oh, a nice 140. Mary Beth is throwing the darts that we all know that she can throw, and what we knew that she could throw coming into this, and Emily can easily do the exact same thing, which will make this really fun to watch. Of course, I'm sure me saying her name as she was shooting the darts probably didn't help her at all.
She rolled her eyes at you.
Yep, which is all right.
Nothing you can do about it.
Still hear you. And that's going to be all from Megan, I think, because she just handed me the microphone. I think she was done talking.
She's done what you.
Yep, it's all right. This is what happens at home, too. She just starts tuning me out, which is the opposite of kind of what happens.
It's a nice 45. See, the darts are all in the same area.
Yep, and yeah, it's right there. Mary Beth has thrown very well so far this leg, and Emily's still right there.
And she throws up.
And the commentator's jinx strikes again.
So 21, he's 150. So she'll
Yeah.
have at least 6 darts from 150.
She should shoot at the bowl.
No.
Oh, apparently she did not hit the 21.
Wow. I take
Well.
it back. She doesn't have 6 darts.
Emily has a chance to get back into this, and she hit a great first start and then got
82.
excited about it. But 82 scored, puts her right back into it. And here we go. See what she can leave. See if she moves down. And she does.
861.
So 108 left. Emily at 215.
So
Uh,
that Emily just needs to hit big.
Yep.
At least 3 fat.
Yep, a good round here. Puts her right back into it. Yep. Rushed it just a little bit. 11 scored.
There's a little frustration on that throw.
Yep.
Oh,
Just going
she's 90.
the 18s are out. So 90 left still. And stay right there.
Trip
so
19.
89. So, yep, trip 19 would be the shot here. And she leaves herself 70.
So if Emily can hit 60 or higher right here, she'll put some pressure on.
Yeah, puts her right back into it. Did she get 45 there?
That's a 30.
Nope, 45. 159 is not an out in steel tip. That is the lowest you can be without having an out. It's the lowest bogey. And if I'm wrong,
32.
you're going to tell me that anyway. 32 left, just a bit low. Just trying to damage your artwork there.
That was my daughter. She was way better. The terrible top is me. The bottom is hers.
I was going to say that the bottom looked a lot better.
Oh, way better.
All right, 45 scored there. Leaves 114. 32 left. Now 24. I can tell you I do that quite often on 32. But
And
she
she
does hit
drills it.
which I do not do quite often. So Mary Beth takes game number 1. Emily loses her first leg of the evening. And we'll see. Mary Beth also has the darts now. So we'll see what happens. Jason's beautiful face showed up on the camera there for a second. Mask on. With his beautiful Indie Dart streaming mask.
And make sure you like, share, and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube, please.
Yep.
Thank you.
And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's hear your thoughts, how everything's going, how the match is going, all those good things. As Mary Beth starts out with a 40 there, it looks like. I never know until I see. Oh, never mind, 66. Way off.
So taking a quick look, it looks like the mixed doubles is what everyone wants to see next.
Yep, and we'll see. We have some ideas in the works, and we'll see what we come up with for our December, the next one. So it'll be a little bit chillier. We got a new computer for our streaming, and it was built by Mr. Tim Neal.
Not to toot my own horn, but toot toot.
Yeah, and I don't know what any of these numbers mean, because I'm stupid when it comes to technology, but I'm sure that they are good down there at the bottom. With the fact that the fact that we are streaming on 2 different platforms and only at 28% of usage for the entire computer is pretty incredible.
So if you want to go nerd on it, the number on the left where it says Ryzen 7, that's the processor, and the GPU is the graphics card.
Okay.
So the issue we had in the past with the old
We got a 140 there. Big 140 from Mary
Huge.
Beth. As she takes control of this leg.
Yeah, we had an issue with we had a bottleneck in the CPU by upgrading to the 8-core 16-thread processor. Allowed us to
And
stream
65
both.
coming back from Emily. That's not a slouch shot at all. And Mary Beth with an 81 had an audible groan there on the 3rd dart, although 81 is also not a bad thing at all. And 100 there from Emily. They are both starting to throw the darts that we know that they can throw.
Sorry, I just started watching.
Oh. A 97 there from Mary Beth. And again, her average right now is, I'm sure all the people that have thrown steel tip with her knows that is not a fluke what she is doing right now.
Now throwing an 86 in his leg is pretty impressive.
Yeah. 72 left. As she
Curious
goes-
how she goes. She went single, single, double.
Yep.
And she
And
drills
she
it.
hits it. Big,
Great dart.
big round there. 18 darts is all it took for her to go out there.
As a steel tipper, like you're programmed to hit triple, triple, to go with confidence that I'm just gonna hit single, single, and leave one dart
Right.
at a double is pretty impressive.
Yep. And that was exactly her plan. It was not to hit a 60. And starting with a 41 there, I think 22 there. 65 scored there from Mary Beth. Hits the patented double 20 first dart. I did that quite a few times on the stream. Mary Beth says she doesn't mind it. And why wouldn't you? It's 40 points with one dart. And just 40 scored there from Emily. Again, this is an interesting setup we got going on there where they can hear me. And I normally talk louder and more than I'm doing right now, so try not to affect what they're doing too much. I think that's a ton, but it might be just yep, nice ton from there from Mary Beth. Is again, she is just, her average right now is very top notch. Telling you, I think I need to start teaching steel where starting with a double 20 is just the perfect start. As 80 points scored there. And it's 45, I believe. Yep. So Emily with a chance here to get right back in this. .41 scored, but they are right there. It is 2-0, Mary Beth in this, our finals for tonight. This is, again, a race to 5. It is a best of 9. This is the third of 4 straight 0-1 games. After this, they will move over and play 3 games of cricket as needed. And after that, 3 more games of 0-1 to close it out. But great double 20 on the second dart. 65 scored. And again, all day. I'm fine with that all day. Good first start. A little bit low on the second one. And just a solid 60. Tim, top-notch commentary there from you.
Sorry.
No, that's great.
I did disappear for a second.
.22 there, but that's all right. We're still right there.
We are Indie Dart streaming here at Jason Ives' house, doing the next ones, women's edition. Make sure you
Yep.
like, share, and subscribe, people.
Yep. And again, I know that we're talking a little bit quieter than normal. We're trying to be respectful of their focus and not throw them off too much.
Probably should have put them on board too.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna build a wall, soundproofing wall. Yeah, I have the foam at work. I can make a soundproofing wall.
I'm not gonna argue with that idea at all.
Yeah.
I think that's the one thing that's missing from this is that
Too intimate.
yeah, it is a little bit just too close. I remember when we did our first tournament, we were up on the porch, where
I think tonight would have been a good night for that,
yeah,
with how amazingly awesome the weather is here in Indiana.
yep. And we could always, we got a whole house inside, just set up in one of the rooms back there.
Just take over his whole house.
Just, yeah, I mean, he doesn't need it.
Semantics.
Emily threw great darts there. I don't know if
It's a
95
big
scored.
95 scored.
Yep, and she's right back in this leg.
Ninety-two.
left. Yummy Coke. Now 32.
Oh, leads 24.
Which she pegged last time, so we'll see what happens. But Emily with a nice little straight 20s here to leave the bowl.
Single, triple bull.
Yep, single, triple bowl.
Triple, triple, double 5.
And that'd be fun too. We haven't seen a ton out finish yet.
We were close. We've
We
had a
have
few.
been close. Mary Beth right there was close. See what happens. Triple leaves him out.
Yep. I'd stay there.
90 left. And I think, should be a solid 60. Yep. See, Mary Beth closes it out. So far, she's been really good on her doubles.
Double six.
And commentator Jinx there. Sorry about that, Mary Beth.
So trip 18 or triple 10.
Yep. And Emily with a chance here to get right back in this match. 70 left. See the route that she goes. 60 left.
So 60 left. Single 20, double 20.
Yep. If I had a nickel for every time I did that with 60 left. And then did that, follow it up.
So double six for Mary Beth here.
I'd be rich.
Who would give the money?
That's true. And just a bit high, busts on the first one, so Emily signs got a little life here. See what happens. 13. That's a great dart, right in the middle of the
Double one.
double one, just into the neighbor. So 38 left. Mary Beth still sitting on 12. And
She
hits it.
smokes it.
Exit first
You
dart.
can't give her those extra
No.
opportunities.
No, too many of those. She takes full advantage of that. It was almost kind of weird seeing her take 7 darts at the double. So Mary Beth to start here, the last game of 0-1. Before we move over to cricket, it is 3-0. Mary Beth has yet to lose a leg. Yeah, looks like she's having a little breakfast for dinner. Steak and eggs. It's 20 eggs scored. Or 26 scored.
It's ham and eggs, isn't it?
Well, I mean, if it's breakfast for dinner, you can do a little steak and eggs.
Yeah, but steak and eggs are good. 26 isn't
A
big.
120.
120.
A little Shanghai action there on the 20s. .45 there.
So it's got a cool ass ringer tone.
Yep. It's probably the husband.
Is that 41? 22.
Yeah, I've noticed that wire there, it makes it look like a 20, but it's been a 1 every time I've tried to guess at it.
Hey, at least they're honest.
Yep. Well, I'm sure they can see it a little bit better than we can. Another 45. Mary Beth's struggling a little bit early on here in this leg. But she has the firepower to turn on any real quick.
Uh, 44.
Yep, 44 scored. Again, starting on that double 20. Seen that a lot. That's a good first start. That's a very good dart.
That's a
We have
180.
a 180 on the stream tonight. Mary Beth hits the 180.
First 180 of the night.
Great darts, and then takes control of this leg, but anything can happen.
It's a 30.
30 scored there. Again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, joining us tonight. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. There's still some darts left on tonight, and you subscribe. It lets you know when we go live again. We definitely are going to at least be doing these tournaments for a little bit longer. or as long as we possibly can, and Jason allows us to. So, again, let us know what you would like to see for our December, the next one's event. We have some things in mind. That mixed is a definite interesting
Proposition.
thing to do. So we'll see what happens. Anything that I can just commentate on and not have to play in, I'm all for.
So in December, we'll probably have to redo the setup.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be a little bit too chilly to be sitting in this awesome November weather.
Oh man, it's beautiful. You can't for
47.
Indiana in November. I don't think I don't remember in my long 33 years of life a November evening quite like this. But then again,
That's a bad
45.
kiss there.
Yep.
She
That
threw
was
it.
just
She
unlucky.
threw it right. Hit the kiss.
Yep, just unlucky dart. But Mary Beth sitting here at 98. See what she does.
Left.
And again, when she's in that
So-
70s, it almost seems like she is more comfortable doing the.
When she has 74, she's hit the 20 every single time.
Yep, and 72, same thing. She's very comfortable doing the single.
I guess with your opponent not being on an out shot, it gives you the freedom to be more conservative.
Yeah,
also.
there for sure. And Mary Beth has at least 6 darts here.
40 left.
Tops. 35 left. We weren't quick enough.
I need to focus. I'm not used to multitasking.
So she does leave 32 though, and Emily coming to the board without an out,
Sitting on a
but
bogey.
a chance to put some pressure on. We'll see what happens. Jason's back here calling my wife Fat Round instead of her nickname Short Round. I think my wife just punched him in the face. 8 left. And just inside
She
on all
wasn't
of 'em.
happy with that throw on the
No.
double 16.
Especially
double
going
eight.
inside.
So Emily's back on 130. She did
Hey,
a couple of rounds ago.
She knows this one. 130. Just single, triple, double on the ball. Oh, that's
That's a-
unlucky.
That's so unlucky.
I mean, it's a great dart. Just clicks the wire the wrong way. 36 scored, so 104 left.
94.
94 left. Good math.
Double 2.
Which she pegged last time she had this.
Oh, double
Just
1.
inside.
We're in the
She's
madhouse.
She's in the madhouse.
I thought it said board 1-1. And that's a good
that's
bust.
fine. Yep. You don't want to go high there and leave 2.
Hey,
A lot of people make that mistake.
Trip 18, double 20, or
Bullseye round.
bull 19, bull.
Yep. 93 left still.
19, double 18.
Yep. Yep. And that's just not knowing what to shoot at.
Yeah.
But that's okay. She does leave 60. She at least math right there.
So we might be back in that situation, leaving Mary Beth too many darts
Yep.
in and out.
Yep. She is not the person to do that to.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
but
a
she does
bust.
bust there.
There's a chance.
So Emily a chance to, stay right in this match.
So that big fat 20.
Yep.
Shoot it high above the triple.
Yep. And just try not to block yourself too much on the double.
Yep.
But you can't really worry about that with this dart.
You got to make the first dart count.
You got to hit a big 60 or a big 20.
Yeah, you don't want the 60. Not with the first dart.
And you can see here. There's a little bit of nerves and frustration for her to be thinking this through. But we're just gonna let her do it.
See, I think she's afraid of the 5 and the 1. That's what
I don't
she's
know.
scaring herself with.
Nope, she didn't know what to do.
42 left.
42 left.
That 610 wire. Anything you hit there leaves you out. Oh, 24. 42.
At least she's doing that. No. I don't know what she... That's not...
That's not right.
No.
Oh, that's the wrong shot.
Yeah, I don't know what she... 24...
That's not right.
Yeah.
You had 24, 18 is 32, and 14 is 46.
Yep.
You had
Yep.
you had a double 12, which was 24. You had an 18, and you had a 14.
So 46.
46 scored.
Yep. You should have 16 left.
24 plus
Or
18 plus
14.
14.
Left, 14 left.
Is that what it says? Okay.
Never mind. Tim just can't math.
I'm left-handed.
Yeah.
Madhouse again.
Oh.
So see, Emily's got a shot right here.
Yep. Only on 4. See what happens. I think. Yeah. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Oh. Mike McKimmey goes, by the way, I do have my mask on watching in this group.
At least you're not outside.
Yep.
That's a joke.
So, someone's going to yell at you anyway just for being in this group right now.
Oh, we're in
on
the
the watch.
madhouse.
Benji
Beach drills
hits
it.
Oh my goodness,
Great
we
shot,
have a
Emily.
match here. Mary Beth drops her first leg of the entire night.
Jason, she's going to need some help.
Jason? Oh, never mind.
Nope. They don't need your help.
Useless.
About as useful as a poopy-flavored lollipop.
As we move on to the cricket legs.
And that's the clean version of dodgeball.
Yep.
So
Actually, that's exactly what he says, though.
I no, on
Oh, he
no
does
on
not.
the on the
No.
clean version, he does
Yep.
not say that.
Yeah.
It's a big solid 60.
60 scored there.
Oh, it's cricket. 3
Yep.
mark.
Nice. You just confused me.
You
Oh,
agreed, though.
man. Mike, I do have a clue. I've been paying attention without commenting on any of your stuff. It's fun to look at that, and I know it's not as fun for you to have to deal with, but there's a reason I've stayed friends with you on Facebook. So sometimes your stuff is just too good to pass up. And Mary Beth, the solid 2 mark
See.
there.
So get Emily back following through and throwing her darts, and
I think that
it's going to be real competitive.
I feel good about this round.
So much barbecue.
Yeah, if the fire pit didn't make me hungry, the barbecue definitely does.
Not crazy. I can smell it.
Yep.
Oh, she goes points.
Yep.
Big 60.
Yep. It just gives her a little breathing room now. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, it's a solid 2 mark there. This might be the spot where Mary Beth takes control or lets her back in. Just a 1 mark there. So Emily with a shot here. The opportunity is here. See what happens. Oh, big triple. And stays
Nice
there.
4
Great,
mark.
great 4 mark there. Puts her right back in this match. They're almost even now.
Emily
No
sprained her
excuses.
hip. I don't know what that means, but she's
No,
hurting
no
herself.
excuses. Play like a champion. Now she's just milking it. I'm just kidding. I understand.
So
Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in and joining us. We really do appreciate it. This is Indie Dart Streaming. We try to do the next one series once a month. At least we have, for COVID purposes, done this as a way to, you know, still bring you guys some entertainment with our Indie Darts crowd in support of our Indie Darts. Great close there from Emily. I mean, she just did that like it was nothing. I am Sean Green,
I like that shot.
and the person who's doing the bang commentary there next to me is Tim Neal.
Sorry, multitasking. I'm not good at it.
He's checking his gambling habit again.
I have no gambling habit. I have a donation habit.
I was about to say, I saw he was scrolling through quite a lot of different bets today. And then, of course, we want to thank everyone for tuning in. We also really want to thank our competitors for making the long drive.
Big 4 mark.
Great 4 mark there. And Emily now
Takes the points lead.
yep, has a little bit of control. And we definitely want to thank our host, Jason Ives, for having us. The setup that he has done in his garage is amazing. Tim Neal for building our awesome streaming computer.
What's the name of it?
James May.
James May.
Have you not seen Top Gear?
I know Top Gear,
Okay, well then.
but I always forget the name.
We named the computer after Top Gear personality James May, which is weird because he's usually the one that goes slow on Top Gear, but we got that thing running like a bad boy.
Running good. And
Mary Beth with a nice 2 mark there. Drag herself right back into this. Emily can kind of close the door.
you
a little
close
bit,
16
which,
and just load the 17.
Yep.
Oh, she goes points first. Close 16.
Looks like she's staying there.
Oh, she just stays there.
Stayed there.
I don't want to give Mary Beth opportunity to score points.
Usually not. And I honestly think that was, if it was a soft tip, she would have closed the 19 or the 16s first. But
It may work in her favor.
yeah, commentator's curse sometimes strikes. David asks, "How do you get the invite?"
Jason
I'm-
takes bribes.
Yep, and honestly,
Did you get that in the third dart? She
we
did not.
we literally will ask about 20 different people in the Indie Darts area who they think would be best for the style of event that we're doing, and we get a lot of feedback
That looks like a triple.
and make our decisions that
Oh,
way.
that's unlucky.
Obviously, anyone who wants to put their name in the hat, feel free to do so.
You can message Jason Ives, Tim Neal, Sean Green
Yep.
if you're interested in an event,
Yep.
and we'll put you down on the list and see where you fall into what our next event will be.
And David, I definitely know from personal experience how good of a steel tip player you are from Fort Wayne, David Fig. So I'm sure that we'd love to have you out here sometime.
Absolutely. I know it's a little difficult making that 2.5 hour trek from Fort Wayne down here, but
Yep.
If that's in the cards and you're willing to make that sacrifice, we can probably squeeze you into something.
Mike McKimby goes, I think Mike would be great. Well, Mike, if you would watch the last time you were on our stream, and then you can kind of maybe think about that a little bit harder.
I like Mike here. We had a good time together.
Yeah, I mean he's such a fun guy. It's tough to see him getting the stuff that he's gotten this past week. Although I do understand both perspectives on the situation. That's why I'm not going to comment on it at any point.
I just think he's adult enough that he followed the right protocols.
Yep.
And
Or at least what he tried to follow the right protocols. I'll put it that way. And it's it's going to happen. It just we're in weird times. So you just never know. But our dark community is really good about sticking together and having each other's back, and I think that
was
we should always go back to that.
That was a miss because of soft tip darts.
Yep.
This is an excellent match.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is back and forth. This whole leg has been. And
Great
Emily,
dart. That's a nice 2 mark.
Great 2 mark there.
I wonder if that makes Mary Beth go to points.
I don't know. I think your commentary on that made her think about it. I'm just kidding. I don't think she thought about it at all. She will on the 3rd dart. Yeah,
And she drills it.
Big dart. Yeah, Dave. So far, this has definitely been a Sunday thing, but we just never know.
We got some ideas in the pipeline.
Yep.
But there's multiple options on the table.
Yep. And anything where we can support darts in Indiana and darts in Indy. That's why we started this. That's why we're doing this.
Yeah, we were pretty fired up to broadcast next weekend, but not in the cards.
Yep. And I personally as a teacher I get it, and I definitely understand. So my perspective on it is definitely one thing. But I think that at the end of the day, I think Game Time made the right decision there.
Everyone's got their own opinions and perspectives.
Yep.
Game Time has to do what's best for Game Time,
Yep.
and following what scientists and protocols are. It wasn't canceled. It was just postponed.
Yep.
It's just a matter of lining it up with the way they.
And maybe that's one way.
Oh, she
drills
smokes it.
And she has to hit the double bowl to over point. Man, how rude.
That's
So
it.
she does take it
That
home there.
that was a battle. I mean,
It is 4-1, and that was a battle. That could have gone either way. I like how she put in the 3 bowls too.
you got to pad those stats.
Of
Give it-
course.
That extra bull gave her 2.0.
Yeah, you got to keep it nice and even. 2.1 there.
Oh, it went up.
Fancy. So here we are. We are in Game 6 here. It is a race to 5. Mary Beth is up 4-1. If she does win this leg, which she's going to hear me say this right this second, she would be
Solid 3.
our champion tonight. Emily is playing very well and sticking with her, and I think any one of those legs could have easily have gone the opposite way. Great stick there on the 19 first
Nice
dart.
4 mark.
Great
It's a
4
good answer.
I think that I think overall tonight there's definitely been some shock on the 4 competitors that we picked.
So I will say
Um,
Emily's in a little bit of pain right now.
Yeah,
She's struggling through and she's doing great.
Yep, she's battling hard through this. I know you guys cannot see her walking back from the line, but it's you can tell how painful it is just by watching her. But she's staying right in there, and I can guarantee you
That's a big 2.
that after this is over, that will not be something that she even thinks about talking about, if win or lose.
Yeah, she's not one to make excuses.
Nope.
Brian, get a hot bubble bath ready. She's going to need it.
Oh yeah. It has been an absolute pleasure to watch these ladies throw darts tonight. I can personally say that I was excited when this idea came about, and we have some great female darters in the state of Indiana, and especially in Indy. You know, it was one of those things where when we were asked, you know, who to pick, there were so many that we could choose from. And there were some that we asked and couldn't do it, and there were some that we asked and could, and then couldn't do it. And
If you're interested, make sure you reach out to Jason Ives, Tim Neal, Sean Green,
Yep.
Scott Markle.
Yep.
Dozer's not here tonight. He had some previous engagements, but reach out to one of us. Tell us you're interested, and we'll see what fits best.
but it's been a pleasure to do this tonight. We've seen some great darts. I think Mary Beth and one of the legs in 01 averaged right around an 84, 80, 82.
Yeah, it was impressive.
I mean, just that's up there with
That
the
was
best that we've seen so far.
And right now, like I believe in these 01 matches here, she's over 60.
Yeah.
Which is pretty impressive.
I mean, that's great. And Mary Beth will be the first person to tell you that if there's an event
there's
that
a big 4 mark.
that's ladies or you can play masters, she would choose to play the masters with the guys over doing that. She's the type of person that knows that she belongs, and she has time and time and again proven that. So
Said with Emily struggling, not dart wise, but getting up to the line, she's competing very well.
Yep, and I mean, I can tell you, this is not a husband talking, but my wife is definitely no slouch when it comes to darts, and
Oh, that's unlucky.
my wife can scare a lot of people on a dartboard. For Emily to take her down 4-0 is that's great darts, and Maritza's very good at darts too. So for Mary Beth to take her down 4-0, I'm sure Maritza and Megan are both, you know, not happy with the way they threw and know that they could have thrown better. But you know, it's a different animal.
Yep.
It really is.
Is it-
Steel is a different animal. That a lot of people in Indy and beyond don't practice steel very often. The only reason I know all this stuff
It's a nice 2 mark there.
is basically just because I enjoy watching steel and I enjoy watching the professionals play. My PDC membership gets more use than I think my Hulu Live membership does, and it's a little bit different. It's different to do your own math.
That's a big close right there.
Great close. That was
See,
needed.
she knows what kind of match she's in because the round before that, she missed the 18 and went right to points.
Yep.
She knows where she's at.
And she knows Emily, although she's in pain, is throwing very well right now.
And these women play each other all the time, so they know what they have to do.
Yep.
And there's no overlooking.
No, not at all.
Thanks everyone for watching. Just make sure you like, subscribe, share. Make sure you hit that notification buzzer if you're on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Like and share on Facebook. We really appreciate it. It does us a great deal. And the more people that like, share, and subscribe, the more of these we can do and put on for you people.
And the more support that our indie darters get, you know, when we do these type of events, and we love that aspect of it. Again, yeah, we wouldn't be able to do this without all you guys supporting us, so we really appreciate it.
And thanks to Jason Ives for allowing us to be at his house and put on this show for you.
And do this, and I know that with many conversations I've had with him, he loves this. This is we all do this. We all are indie dart streaming
Do you
because
notice
we love this.
He loves watching this while we do all the work.
Yep. Yeah, he's just kind of.
He did all the pre-work.
Yeah, he did. I showed up about 15, 20 minutes before we started, and
And I messed up. I messed up everything he set up.
And I just got to come here and just start doing it. Mary Beth with another great 3 mark there.
I think I got the short end of the stick. All you got some microphones.
Yeah, I got that.
I got to push buttons and mess up screenshots and cameras.
Hey, now I'm watching the.
Oh, I said I had to mess them up.
Oh. Yeah. Well,
This is a great match.
the people that know me best know that I'm a huge Colts fan, so much so that I actually had season tickets for this year before COVID kind of intercepted that. So I tried to catch as much of the Colts game as I could on TV before heading this way. And then my wife looked gorgeous tonight because she spent
Her hair was on point.
5 minutes getting ready.
Her hair was on point, yo.
She just basically rolled out of bed and looked like that. So, yeah, you guys should be jealous of that. She just rolls out of bed and that's how she looks. I know.
Hey, get Emily a shot. She might need it.
Yeah. A morphine.
Like 20 minutes ago. Bartender's terrible.
I'll take a Coke.
He forgot the lines. Sorry.
Emily's still very much in this leg.
She's
Thanks,
keeping the pressure on.
I gotta get that. And again, Mary Beth
And
knows the type of battle that
Emily's
she's in.
Mary Beth is literally one dart ahead. Just
Yep.
one dart ahead every time.
Yep. Track that first one a little low. Second one's in there. Oh, that's unlucky. That was a good third dart.
So, Sean, you haven't said anything. What kind of event you looking forward to when we do?
You know what? We have some very top level skill tip players, in Indianapolis, in Indy. We have Lee Jones, Tim Neal, Danny Lobby Jr., who's playing in the World Darts Championship next month, and who just finished playing who represented USA at the World Cup this weekend. I would absolutely love to get kind of a big top 4 in Indy set up and do that. I think that would.
I would say
that'd be so much fun to be able to commentate on that type of thing.
I would have loved to see those guys get through the first round because having a longer format, playing singles, I think you would have really saw what Danny and Mr. Pipes could do.
Yep, and part of that is the draw, and they got a tough draw, but at the same time we saw Team Canada, and
that's unlucky.
And they got a pretty tough draw and did great, beating Daryl Gurney in the first round, and
they should have won
and
today.
New Zealand, and how impressive is that we have Matt Campbell playing in our CDC go over there, who is not a PDC player.
Matt Campbell might have been the better player today.
I mean,
out of that team,
yeah. But you can also tell the consistency that Jeff Smith has gained just in 1 year of playing with the PDC.
It's not even that. It's
the confidence.
It doesn't matter where he plays as long as if he has the opportunity, he's going to succeed.
Yep. And I think the same thing is true for big.
That's a huge. Is that 4 or 5?
There.
Is that 3 or 4?
That was absolutely about
4
as necessary as
bowls.
it could get.
Massive.
That stopped us talking about anything else besides this right here.
I know we've all had issues with this whole COVID and 2020 thing, but I know Jeff Smith, his business burnt down.
Oh my gosh!
So he all in the whole getting ready for winning his tour card and doing all that to losing his business and having to reset and to still shoot the way he shoots is really impressive.
There one in there? Nope.
Just
I mean they're all
outside.
right there.
Oh, they're throwing phenomenal.
This is fun to watch. This is fun to
Oh, that's a big double.
one more for the match.
And
she
she
hits
gets
it.
it. That's a great shot.
Mary Beth is our
Excellent shooting.
champion tonight. She
You okay, Emily?
lost.
You hurt?
She lost one leg the entire night, which is about as impressive as it gets there. So Mary Beth is our champion, taking home $100. The 2.5-hour ride was worth it.
That's gas money to get back.
She paid just for the gas to get back, but congratulations. And she is also now known forever as the next one's champion.
The next one, women's edition champion.
Women's edition champion.
So I'm curious. We've had this chat about the winners get paired up into a tournament at the end
Oh, that'd be
whenever we
fun.
do it
Yeah.
to see all the guys be all scared to
They
lose
would
to
be
Mary Beth.
too. And I wouldn't even be scared to lose to Mary Beth. I'd be scared to play Mary Beth.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
like I said, it's
Great
dark
job,
here
Mary
now
Beth.
in Indy, as you can see.
Why would you be scared of me? You play your own darts. I play my darts.
Yeah,
It's
but
me
no.
against the board. You against the board.
and that's what scares us because
We're,
you think that way.
we're not talking about us. We're talking about who you have to play.
Well, no, Sean said he was scared of playing me.
No.
Oh,
well,
no. I
Sean's
just
scared to
meant-
play everybody.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay.
I play tomorrow. I don't even know who I play. I'm scared to play. But
We got Emily here as well.
yep. So we're bringing in both of our finalists to talk with us a little bit. Well, I guess to talk to me. Well, while Tim just steps away all nonchalantly. But Emily, I'm going to start off with you for just a second. You threw really well tonight. To every single one of those legs. I mean, it was one dart or two darts that changed it. Honestly.
I think if I wasn't hurting so bad, it might have been a little different.
Yeah.
But it was hurting to stand it there.
Yeah. So the focus for the pain of that, I mean, has to be just on a whole next level. Like Tim and I talked about, that I'm sure you heard the whole time. We were impressed with the way that you were. I don't know what that sound was, but we were impressed by the way that you battled through that.
Thank you.
And like I said, you still threw very, very, very good darts.
Thank you.
So finalist, well, yeah.
I really wanted to go though all the way, and then James and I back to back.
Yep.
That would have been awesome.
I mean, and that is I said that early on. It's a cool storyline that James won the last one that we did of this, and you made the finals of this one, which is awesome.
Thank you.
So congratulations on that. You threw great darts tonight.
Thank you.
My wife's gonna go home and cry because of that. So
No, she's not. 'Cause I told her I had her back. I helped her when she needed it.
yep.
Oh wow, my hair.
Mary Beth, coming into this, I think a lot of people that saw the lineup the whole way through, you kind of came into this as a little bit of a favorite, I would say, and I think all the ladies would agree with that a little bit. But at the same time, you come into this and you know that all three of those competitors that you played against are more than capable of throwing darts at the right time.
I only played 2 of them.
I know, which I think looking back on that, I think you're happy with that. You got to avoid the buzzsaw that is the.
She's my great partner. We partner up very well together.
We'll just stay partners rather than individuals. So if you just say individual, I'll just hop on.
But congratulations on being our next one champion. It took a lot of great darts tonight to do that.
It's not an easy feat. These ladies are tough.
Everyone was right.
Yep.
Like in this situation.
And
You're right.
and we didn't actually
You
get to
win
see the final stat line for you for your 0-1 for that championship match, but it had to be above 60.
By itself.
Yeah. I mean, you had one leg where you shot an 81 or an 82.
Wow.
I mean, that's
Some PDC.
it's great darts. That's great
Thank you.
darts.
Well, if you wouldn't have missed those double twos and double ones, if you didn't miss those double twos and ones, you probably would have been in the high 80s in that round.
I don't get what I was doing. I mean, it was just flipping everywhere. I mean, I wasn't even close for 9 of those darts.
Well,
I'll take that win. Thanks.
It's a great match.
But you lost one leg the whole entire evening. That's impressive against anyone to have that type of consistency. So
Well, thank you. I do a lot of practicing. I enjoy darts. I don't have a whole lot outside. I never had kids, so I can attribute some of my practice time because of that. But I do enjoy darts. I enjoy the competition, and I'm not afraid of anybody.
yeah, and I said that. I said it doesn't matter who you're playing. If Danny Lobby showed up, you'd go in there and you'd throw your darts and be fine doing that.
Absolutely.
And probably would take a few legs, just how we know how we know you play. And
I'd certainly give it my all to try to win.
yeah,
Hey, if you want to plug your sponsors, go for it.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm now sponsored by Super Darts USA, and they're out of Florida. I'm shooting their darts. They're the brand killer, or the name killer, and still getting to learn them a little bit. They're a little bit lighter than what I'm used to, a little bit longer than I'm used to, but I do like the grip. So they've got, I don't know, 48 different grips on the darts
Well,
that they're selling.
I'm sure you'll be able to go to them and say, "Hey, I need a little bit heavier, a little bit different shape with the same grip." I'm sure they
Yeah,
can.
when I
I'm
get
sure they can help you out.
when I get that final full-fledged sponsorship, right now I'm in the lower level.
Yeah, but
Got to work my way up.
hey, you can tell them what you need. I'm sure they'll help you out.
Yeah.
and you get to add the next one's champion or women's edition champion to your resume.
Do you
now.
know who
They've
I
gotta-
am?
They've got to boost it.
How many? I was wondering how many pages that can be. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be, but I got this win and that win. Do I just pick the best wins or the ones that I enjoyed the most, or just the most recent?
Everyone knows who you are.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what you've done.
And
You don't need to pick nothing. You
And-
just need to be I'm Mary Beth from Fort Wayne.
yeah, or just Mary Beth. I mean, honestly.
Well, I was going to use the B word, but I didn't want to get in trouble.
Oh, you wouldn't be the first one.
No, I'm Mary Beth. Yeah. Don't drop it. Not here on the concrete.
No.
That's expensive.
that $100
Yes.
you're going to give right back to us. But I just want to say I really appreciate everyone coming out. All three of you and Maritza for coming out and supporting this, and we loved having you. Your names, all of your names came up when our discussions of who to pick for this, and we talked to not just the three of us or the four of us. It was multiple people. So I think that we picked right.
Yeah, we have a core group of guys that we usually sit down and throw ideas at, and who needs to be where, and who should be playing who, and you four ladies were in the conversation by almost everyone we spoke with.
Yep.
And
Now I'm wondering what all the conversations was about.
it's to be dead honest with you. To be dead honest with you, we're thinking about going this route. What do we need? And all four of you ladies had their name put up, and even Emily coming in at last second and filling in, you were still the names that were picked.
Yep.
And based on the amount of people that selected the names, it was just, all right, we got these four. Yes, no, move down to the next one, move to the next one. And it would have been awesome to have you on the microphone talking, having a good time, but it was even more exciting watching you throw, because when you started focusing and actually physically throwing the dart as opposed to trying to put it where you want it, your darts started getting exponentially better. Well, so I would suggest to go back and watch what you're doing, because when you threw your dart and followed through, it was going where you wanted it. It's when you started thinking and started trying to put the dart where you wanted it, as opposed to throwing the dart. You'll see.
I think that had a lot to do with me trying to place it to where I left myself a double for an out, and that's where.
But seeing yourself throwing the dart, you can physically watch it.
They're literally talking to themselves,
When
and no one can hear them
follow through
on the stream.
and it's where it's when you start
She's not really holding the microphone up, and he can't.
throwing.
definitely can't hear him. All right, guys. So we getting the wrap-up call from Jason because it's his house. So he's gonna kick us out here. Just to let you know, Mary Beth, Dave Figg said that your best wins are the ones that you guys did together. So
We did do a lot last year at state. We took trips, mixed doubles.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, by you being here, a bunch of Fort Wayne people want to play in this. So
Yep.
congratulations
and
and
that's
getting
what
people expanding this what we're doing. So
Well,
thank
I
you.
kept talking to people from the time I was committed to it, and I kept posting, and everybody's yay, yay, and I'm watch it, show up in numbers.
Well, I can tell you that there was a lot of support for you tonight for sure from Fort Wayne and around the area.
Well, I appreciate
I
all the
thi-
support I do get.
So I don't know if you noticed, we post a poll every time. Who do you think's going to win all that?
I seen it.
You've seen it, right? But I think we need to print that out before we start because you were ahead. You were predicted to win, but it'd be interesting to see who went where. And there's a lot of loyalties, and I know a lot of people vote based on are you friends with somebody versus
Right.
do you not know somebody. But
That's why I
I would
got
love to.
like 2 votes that way. It's because I'm so likable.
I voted for you. Just I did.
Thanks, Jason.
I gave you a sympathy vote, so you got 2 sympathy votes.
There they were. Those are my 2 votes. Thanks, John Mink.
Nothing's a sympathy
And my
vote.
wife
When you
didn't even
play
vote
these
for me.
things, everybody's
I'm just kidding.
more than capable of winning any of this. So it's not
Absolutely.
sympathy.
Right.
It's
And that's exactly right. And that's what we love about darts, right? Is that anyone can play, anyone can win on any given die.
Yeah,
absolutely.
and you need to throw the announcer a bone every once in a while, so
Right.
he keeps announcing.
Of course.
Well, I did that because he's a teacher, and I said that word earlier that he had to explain to everybody. So,
Yeah.
Um,
I have to explain
there
that
was-
to
there
you.
was
that
more
I
than
gave
2
him a-
there was more than 2 syllables somehow.
Well, again, guys, thank you guys so much for coming out. Mary Beth, congratulations on being our champion.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Emily being a finalist.
This is Sean Green, Tim Neal coming to you from Indie Dart Streaming. Tune in next time when we do this again.
Have a good night.
Hey,
Peace
thank
out.
you